Hello everyone, welcome to Africa Enlightenment Center. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the altercations between Omoyele Sowore and David Hundeyin. The truth is, having watched the videos, especially the video by David Hundeyin and the one by Omoyele Sowore, the truth remains that Sowore is actually a self-opinionated person. He has done a lot, yes, but he is not the only one who has done a lot. There have been a lot of people who did a lot for the Republic, for Nigeria. Okay, he has been an activist, yes, from his student union days. But the truth remains that activism is different from mainstream politics in Nigeria. Nigeria is a very difficult place, to play politics. And to play politics in Nigeria, there are several interests that you have to put into consideration. And you have to meander your way through all these interests to be able to settle Nigeria. So Nigeria needs more than just activism, to become the country that it is supposed to be. You see that? So if looking at what Sowore has done in politics, looking at the elections he contested so far, I think in the last elections he got, did he get up to 40,000 votes? I'm not sure. I think before these last elections, he got about 33,000 or so. And then these last elections, I think he got about 14,000 votes. That is very far from the reality that he is the man for Nigeria. I mean, all of the youth in Nigeria whom he claims believe in him and all that, why didn't they even vote for him? We know that sometimes figures are allocated in Nigeria elections. But look at the difference between the votes Peter Obi got and the votes that he got, in the elections. This Sowore has never contested for local government chairmanship or any position in Nigeria. Now, you talk about revolution. Yeah, I think I made a video about that before. If we say we are going by revolution through protests, how has he been able to galvanize Nigeria youth to actually get involved in the protests? His family is in the US, and most Nigeria youth, they are the ones that will suffer from what police and the military and all that are going to do to them. Yeah, he will be in the front, but they will be careful with him because they know that he is also a US citizen, not just a Nigerian citizen. You see that? He has alliances with the US agencies, some US agencies like David Hundeyin rightly said. So if we are going to go that route, Nigerians have tried it before through NSAS. Like I said in the video I made about the NSAS thing, Nigerians came out, to protest against police brutality. But the protests were hijacked, and some people wanted to use it to make sure Buhari was out of office. And the Nigerian government quickly understood it and fought against it totally. They quelled the protest to make sure that it didn't go beyond that stage. Now, you look at the obedient movement. The obedient movement believed in revolution through the electoral process. And they believe that the best candidate, the best person to be able to stand at this point in time amongst all of the people presenting themselves for elections is the person of Peter Obi. And they also believe that allowing an Igbo person to become president, the best of them politically, it will solve a big problem in Nigeria, the problem of disunity in this country, where the Igbos are, neglected. The Igbos are seen as traitors, and there's no unity in the country. Because if you say Nigeria is a country where everybody has equal rights, it means the Igbos should also have a fair share, of being president of this country. They've contributed a lot, to this country. They suffered from the civil war and all that. And for them to heal, there has to be a way, to make these people have a sense of belonging. So spreading anti-Igbo rhetorics and all that has sharply divided this country and all that. So having that opportunity for an Igbo man to become a president of this country will actually heal a lot of wounds, especially when he's able to perform and help Nigeria get to where we are looking forward to going to, what we always call the promised land. So Sowore, coming in, yeah, a lot of activism. He's not the only person doing activism. Recently, Very Dark Man helped so many young girls to come out of Cote d'Ivoire, though there's a lot of questions around that. I'm going to do a video on that. But he has helped a lot of young girls who have been in Cote d'Ivoire suffering to come back home. You see that? So he's done a lot too. There are a lot of people who have been doing that. I think in the 60s, 70s, we had the person of Tai Solarin. A lot of Nigerians don't know that name. And a whole lot of people, Gani Fawa in me, they did a whole lot, when it comes to activism and helping the country. But that is different from mainstream politics in Nigeria. So Sowore, for me, yeah, he knows a whole lot about the country, and he actually has, for me, a good program, for the country. But one thing about politics in Nigeria, you can have good ideas, good programs, but when you enter into office, how are you going to be able to navigate all of the toll gates, that have been erected, for centuries? How are you going to navigate all that? For me, Sowore is not a very good politician. He's a good activist, but he's not a good politician. And another problem with him, like Hundeyin rightly has suggested, he believes that the revolution should be built around him. He should be the arrowhead. He should be the one that everybody should support, but not him supporting another. He feels in this generation he is the best and all that. And anything apart from him, then nothing more. He refused to support any other thing, even if you agree that, okay, there should be a coalition right now. He believes that he should be the one to lead the coalition. No other person is qualified. He feels he's the one that is clean, but actually, is he really clean? Is anybody clean in Nigeria? We're not looking for a messiah. We're not looking for somebody who is clean. We're looking for somebody who has the ability to navigate all of the intricacies and help Nigeria get to where it's going by offering everybody a level playing field. That is what Nigeria needs, a level playing field where the right kind of people, enter into position and be able to do things and be able to help the country to grow. But who is that leader that is going to enter there and make all this work? But beyond that, we have to look at the grassroots. What has Sowore done, in grassroots politics? What has he done? Because that is where all the damage is done. That is where the damage is done. And I must commend a person like Randy Peters. Is doing a very great work, and his team, by presenting reforms, electoral reforms, to the Committee for Electoral Reforms. He's doing a great job. I think these are the things that we should start doing now, and not just talking on social media, talking about who is not the best, who is the best, and all that. Nigeria used to rally around, because it is through policies. I've been in politics. I've been there. It is through government policies that people are oppressed. It is through all these bills, all these laws that have been established that people are oppressed. You see that? So if the laws are not well crafted and not well positioned, then and you have a lot of loopholes through which politicians can always, escape and do whatever they want to do, then no matter who is president, no matter who is governor, things will not still go right. So there are a whole lot of legislations that need to be corrected before the next elections. And our youth should start looking in that direction. You see that? I know Sowore is trying to pull one or two strings when it comes to police reforms and all that. But how far has it gone in mobilizing other youth and synergizing with other youth, other people who are doing something in that regard? So I think Sowore is having an ego problem that he needs to solve. He doesn't want to work with any other person, but he wants everybody to work with him. It doesn't work that way. As far as I know, for now, he is qualified. Yeah, every person is qualified to be president of Nigeria, so long you have all the qualifications. But the truth is, at this point in time, Sowore will not be able to help Nigeria politically. He's an activist, yes. I commend him for what he's doing. For me, he should continue what he's doing to help people who have shown commitment, people who have what it takes to actually be there and to help this country grow. He should work with other people for now. I think that would be the best he would do for Nigeria.